Thought I'd farm some bookmarks on Twitter today, so let's see what's going on. Which main roster superstar has been booked the worst so far in 2025? I'm gonna say Finn Balor. He's been booked trash since 2024, but let's see what people said. Carmelo? Yeah, Carmelo kind of fell off. Carmelo was number one draft pick, and then it led to like nothing. And then they basically treated Braun Breaker like he was the number one draft. It was just clear that Triple H liked Braun more, I guess. But Finn Balor, 100%. Carmelo and Montez. Seeing a lot of Carmelo. I agree it probably is Carmelo and Finn as far as like potential goes. I forgot about Nakamura. Wait, hold on. Did Nakamura lose his championship and then disappear since? I'm trying to remember. This is crazy. Dude was missing forever. Comes back with new gimmick. Wins the title off LA Knight. Has like the worst run ever, creatively speaking, because motherfuckers can't write. And then he loses. And now he's gone again. What kids want versus what men want. I'm pretty sure this guy posted this in the wrong order, but let's see what is going on here. Nobody wants Jay as champion. You gotta remember, this is the IWC, so we're different, apparently. Guess I'm a kid again. What about neither of them? Stop seating yourself up. I mean, obviously, I would rather CM Punk. Yeah, I guess it was just a bad bait post. Let's move on.
Yeah, I was like swelling up. It was to the point where I was unrecognizable to myself. Like, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, who is she? Who is this person?
Okay, yeah, so this is a while back. She had like some kind of skin condition. I guess that's just what she was talking about. Shoutouts to Raquel, another one who should be booked better than she is. At this point, there's like such a long list of people. The talent is there. When you look at the roster and the potential that's on the roster, the only excuse is just bad creative. They just don't have space for any of these people. And when they do anything with whoever they're using, it's not even like they're doing anything good with the people who they select. So it's like, what the hell? I saw like a post recently, actually. I don't know if it was real or not. It was the first time I've seen something like this. It said WWE is looking for writers, like new writers, I guess. I don't think they're firing anyone. I guess maybe they're getting more or some shit. But I've never seen that. So I'm not like in the loop or in the know of how often they do that kind of thing. Because it seems like forever now that it's probably the same writers anyway. Like nothing at any point has felt refreshed. So maybe this is the first time in a while that maybe they've added new or been looking for new hires or some shit. I don't know. Was a professional wrestling hot take? 269 of these. Now, everybody who does this series on YouTube, they may as well retitle their video because anybody posting hot takes in there. WWE should bring back Hell in a Cell. Charlotte Flair should beat Tiffany at Mania. I don't even know if that's hot anymore. I think some people are already starting to see that Tiffany doesn't seem like she's ready. She kind of got to that position pretty quick. That's the only problem with the Money in the Bank. When some like new call-up wins it, they're just like, what do? You just like automatic win or guaranteed win? Roman versus Punk should not be main eventing. I think he meant Rollins, but if there is no stakes in the match, I actually agree with this. I mean, it's only night one. I still refuse to call night one main event. It's not really. I guess, yes, it's the end of the first night, so maybe if you attend there in person and don't attend both nights, then it's kind of like a main event for you. But the event's not over, so it's like you just left early. Get finessed, whatever. Triple H ain't that bad. At what? Creative? Io Sky should retain in the triple threat. Tiffy Time should retain against Flair. CM Punk will eat the pin in that triple threat. Stone Cold will appear in the night 2 main event. That's not a hot take. That's just a prediction. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no amazingly hot take to have here anyway. I forgot what even the post was. Oh, was it professional wrestling hot take? Everyone's just posting some recent shit. Like, I could give you a real hot take, but you guys aren't even ready. This is what you want to hear. Let's see if I can make 2 threads go up in flames today. Okay, what do you got? My hot take is night 1 WrestleMania main events don't count as... Okay, that's not a hot take. I think it's time to get off. Do you think Charlotte Flair gets too much hate? I'm trying to think of when the Charlotte Flair hate started. So, like, obviously it's mostly on the bookers in situations like this, but then sometimes the superstar themselves doesn't help their case. But I think it was basically just when she started becoming overrated. But actually, I'm assuming that this is probably right. As soon as somebody gets opportunities in place of somebody else that also deserves, when you constantly see other good talent just not getting their shot, but then she gets like 16, not even just the title aspect. Apparently people have come to the assumption that she has surgeries and that something's wrong with her face. No, I actually don't think she gets that much. It's definitely mixed because there's no way, like, you can't be hated and overrated at the same time. Like, it's obviously a mixed crowd, but I think she gets too much plastic surgery. Jesus. This just reminded me. Let me talk about this for a second. So somebody in the company, I don't know if it's her or if it's just, again, creative or Triple H or whoever, somebody is completely in denial or just like out of touch when it comes to reading the room or whatever. You had a freak accident with your knee. Sure, sympathetic situation. You're out for however many months. Was it 9? I don't know. that she comes back, but before she comes back, she goes on a heel tangent in this promo package. She's like wearing like jewelry and shit. She's on a yacht or something. But I guess WWE expected that we're supposed to be just, oh, let's bow down to our queen. Oh, the instant title shot didn't help either. Again, people attributing her name into all the opportunities she's getting. To be honest, I don't even think it's the Flair name so much. I wonder what would have happened if Brooke Hogan wrestled. Do you think she would have been pushed more than Flair? But yeah, anyways, every time I see something like this or somebody who's popular starts to get any kind of pushback, you got all the fans that just jump in the way. They're just like, oh, it's so forced. It's like, it's not forced at all. And again, you only want to defend the people who are actually popular. I don't understand. Like, it's like, I'm sure they're doing just fine. Like, they have enough fans for you to not have to jump in the way of the bullet here. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Okay, so this one, I am interested to see the comments in here, but I'm going to do this first. Better at mic. In my head, I'm trying to think of top promos. Otherwise, just naturally on average, I'm going to go with Jimmy anyway. Especially lately. But Jimmy always felt more natural anyway. So even before like any of them speak, you could always tell, like back when nobody could tell them apart, one telltale sign that gave it away is Jimmy just looked more confident. Jay always looked a little bit more like reserved or whatever you want to call it. Like Mike, I'm giving to Jimmy. Better in ring, Jimmy. Better entertainer. Like what the fuck does that mean? If your in-ring work isn't the entertainment and it's not the mic work, then what's left? I mean, if you rewind back a few months or whatever, when Jimmy was heel, people thought he was funny, which could be attributed to being more entertaining, low-key. I really don't want to give Jay entertainer just because of Yeet. If I'm giving it to him, I'm trying to think of another way he can get it. Because you understand how simple you have to be for him to win because of just that. What? Sorry, I'm going Jimmy again. Better entrance. I'll give Jay better entrance. I still think Jimmy's music's better. But Jay does more in his entrance. I'm not sitting there eating or nothing, but because Jay does more in his entrance, I'll just give it to him by default. Charisma, you're not going to like this, but it's actually Jimmy. Everything I said earlier about the whole confidence thing. Outside of Yeet, Jay doesn't have more charisma than Jimmy naturally. Favorite? These categories are low-key, like, bad. At the moment, I guess Jimmy is my favorite. Whatever. Let's see what people said. These categories are, like, whatever. Oh, my God. Better at mic, Jay. Yeet. Better in ring? Okay, see, now I know you've been finessed. This is not true. They're practically the same, except Jimmy is slightly better. Jimmy has done everything Jay has done, and Jay has not done everything that Jimmy's done. How is Jay better in the ring? I've not seen Jay do a whisper in the wind yet. And when you only got 5 moves to go off of, if your next argument is flippy dippy doesn't mean it or count for anything, they both super kick. They both Uso splash. They both spear now. Like, what else am I supposed to go off of? Where are you finding the space to have Jimmy or to have Jay better in the ring than Jimmy? Better entertainer, Jimmy. I don't know how this guy came to his answers. Better entrance, Jay. Okay, that's expected. Charisma, Jay. I knew you'd think that. Favorite, Jimmy. Now you're just lying. In ring. How is Jay better on the mic than Jimmy? You need to be locked in a room for your crimes against the internet. All Jay says is oos and yeet. April Fool, right? Better in ring, Jay. Okay, so it seems like most people, or I won't say most, but Jay is not better in the ring or on the mic. Also, I'm on record. I've been consistent because recently people are trying to call out people for liking Jimmy. Oh yeah, it was ever since the botch. Okay, I remember. So ever since Jay didn't make it over the top rope in that botched over the top rope dive to the outside. And then Jimmy did it the next week, clean. Twitter's been going crazy. I guess Jey Uso fans are like, don't act like you like Jimmy more than Jay now. I've been for months now crying out from the freaking mountaintops that it's time to stop acting like Jay is so much better than Jimmy. Because this whole push out of nowhere for Jay while leaving Jimmy in the dust, and he was still on his like loser arc, that whole shit was ridiculous. I'm not going into all that again. We're moving on. Jay, lie. I've seen enough.